Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today again we are going to discuss the current affairs of 8th of November 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this day and what are the things we can update into our notes. So before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you. So I got international, national and state news. After that, we will discuss the banking, finance news, defense news, science and technology news, sports news, important days, ranks and reports, obituary, awards and recognitions, summit and conference, appointments and resignation, and at last, I'll summarize all the things for all of you. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first news that we have today is from Bangladesh. So Bangladesh Human Rights Commission members resign amid crisis. So all members Bangladesh National Human Rights Commission resigned on Thursday. So the resignation followed the release of the critical report highlighting an increase in mob violence. NHRC chaired by Kamal Uddin Ahmed along with members Mohammad Salim Raza, Aminul Islam, Kongzari Chaudhary, Biswajit Chanda, Tanya Haque, and submitted resignation letters to the president. The resignations were reported by bdnews24.com. So recently, which particular country has Human Rights Commission members have submitted their resignation to the president? So that is Bangladesh. So Bangladesh is going through a lot of crisis recently. As we have seen, that Sheikh Hasina recently she fled away from Bangladesh and she became the ex-prime minister as after particular a coup started in Bangladesh, and now the ongoing turmoil in between the ongoing turmoil, Bangladesh Human Rights Commission members also resigned. So this is the news coming from the Bangladesh. Bangladesh capital is Dhaka and currency is Taka. Australia to ban social media for children under 16. So Australia is set to implement a significant move by banning social media access for children under 16 starting in November. So after United Kingdom was also one of the nations that has started this thing last year. Now Australia is also going to ban social media for children under 16. Australia also introduced no not particular law that has made the employees in Australia to switch off their phones after the work so that their bosses and their managers cannot call them. So a particular law was also started in Australia at that time, and now Australia is all set to ban the social media for children under 16. Capital of Australia is Canberra. This proposed ban targets platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Ban aims to mitigate issues such as body image concerns, cyberbullying, mental health challenges among the youth. So when a children or when a child is going on social media, so it is very high possibility that he will be exposed to the different type of things like mental health challenges and cyberbullying and body image concerns and all that. So for that purpose, they have banned the social media in Australia. While it does not block internet access, it seeks to shield kids from the digital world's dangers. So now Australia has banned social media for children under 16. Mount Levotobi Laki erupts. Ash column reaches 6,500 meters. So Mount Levotobi Laki in eastern Indonesia erupted on 7th November. I hope you remember. Then in May, there was an eruption in particular mountain, one of the volcanic mountain of Indonesia. And again in Mount Levotobi, it is again an eruption. The eruption spewed a massive ash column over 6,500 meters high. Authorities have ramped up warnings and evacuation efforts due to increasing volcanic activity since November 3. Eruptions has caused fatalities and severe damage, highlighting the region's susceptibility to volcanic eruptions. So recently, an active volcanic eruptions have been seen in Indonesia, and for that purpose, the authorities of Indonesia they have set up warnings and evacuations have been started. And if we talk about Indonesia, Indonesia is the largest archipelago island countries in the world, and particularly it falls in the Southeast Asian region of our country, of our world. Highlights of the visit of PM of Spain Pedro Sanchez to India. So, at the invitation of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, along with his spouse Begona Gomez, visited India. PM Modi and PM Shanks discussed various bilateral issues during delegations level talks held at the Lakshmi Vilas Palace in Vadodara, Gujarat. India and Spain signed several MOUs related to rail transport, customs, finance mechanism for investment and cultural exchanges. PM Shanks inaugurated the fourth Spain India Forum in Mumbai, Maharashtra on 29th October 2024 with the theme Spain India Partnership amid geopolitical and technological challenges, new horizons, new possibilities. So please remember that recently PM of Spain, Pedro Shanks, was on visit to India, and there were some particular memorandums and geopolitical issues discussed. And if you found Spain, where will you found Spain? So Spain is on Iberian Peninsula in Europe, touches the Mediterranean Sea. India UAE collaboration in digital payments trade and Javan card launch. So India and UAE have strengthened their strategic partnership through initiatives to boost economic, financial and technological ties. Highlights highlighted by Union Minister Piyush Goyal. So India and UAE, they are in collaboration for the digital payment trade and Javan card launch. Efforts are ongoing to link India Unified Payment Interface UPI and UAE's Arabian Automated Network for instant payment, powered by AI Etihad Payments. UAE has committed nearly $2 billion to establish food parks in India, aiming to bolster food security for the UAE while creating jobs for the Indian farmers. Jawan card scheme launched by NPCI and Al Etihad Payments built on India's RuPay card technology marks the UAE as the first GCC country to adopt the RuPay infrastructure. So please remember that India UAE collaboration in digital payments, trade and Jawan card launch has been done. And for this purpose, India and UAE are coming together. Who's the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry? That is Mr. Piyush Goyal. Government reconstitutes CAC to strengthen apprenticeship training and drive industry reforms. So, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has restructured the Central Apprenticeship Council. The reconstituted council is tasked with reforming existing rules, promoting industry options of the on-the-job training. This move aims to enhance apprenticeship programs across India. The council has a 3-year mandate to bolster apprenticeship opportunities and encourage workforce development. So, government has reconstituted the CAC, that is the Central Apprenticeship Council, to for the training purpose and skill purpose for the students and young generations to have some particular skills before they go into the job profiles. RPF and MOWCD launched revised SOP for the protection of vulnerable children. So on 25th October, the Railway Protection Force and the Ministry of Women and Child Development launched a revised standard operating procedure to protect vulnerable children found on railway premises. The comprehensive SOP provides a robust framework for protecting children who came into contact with Indian Railways. So basically, this particular platform was created so that they can protect the vulnerable children found on railway premises nationwide. Indian Railways and MOWCD announced the expansion of child help desks at major railway stations to strengthen the support network for children in need. RPF emphasized the importance of reinforcing anti-human trafficking units and urged states like Assam, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh to establish 3 units at their respective railway stations. So do remember that RPF and MOWCD launched revised SOP for the protection of vulnerable children, and particularly those children who are found on the railway premises nationwide. For that purpose, standard operating procedures has been created. Growth in person days in Manrega 1660 crore to 2923 crore. So, according to the Ministry of Rural Development, rural employment under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005 has significantly increased over the last decade. From financial year 07 to financial year 14, a total of 1660 crore person days were generated, while from financial year 15 to financial year 25, total person days increased to 2923 crore, representing a 76.1% increase. So, particularly, this is the data regarding the growth in the persons in days in Manrega. And under that, we have found that from financial year 7 to 14, the total expenditure or total revenue was 1660 crore. And from financial year 15 to 25, it was 2923 crore. Aadhaar seeding has been done for around 13 crore active workers, minimizing transaction rejections due to frequent account changes. Budget allocation for Manrega increased to rupees 86,000 crore. Financial year 2024-2025 from 33,000 crore during financial year 2013 to 2014. With a minimum average notified wage rate increased by 7% in financial year 25. Rajasthan government signs initial agreement with UAE for 3 lakh crore investment in renewable energy. So Rajasthan government, which has seen a particular investment of companies to create the Bikaner project for the development of solar electricity. Now Rajasthan government has signed an initial agreement with UAE for an investment of rupees 3 lakh crore in renewable energy sector. The agreement aims to establish solar, wind and hybrid projects with combined capacity of 60 gigawatts in the western district of Rajasthan. This partnership is a significant step towards achieving ambitious 500 gigawatt of solar energy in India. Rajasthan required to install solar plants with a capacity of 250 gigawatt. Rajasthan currently ranks first in renewable energy production in India and has developed an action plan to meet the growing electricity demand over the next 10 years. If we talk about the Rajasthan government, so one more thing we can add, that is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan is Mr. Bhajan Lal Sharma. Assam launched Mission Basundhara 3.0 to provide land rights to indigenous people. So, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma launched Mission Basundhara 3.0 in Guwahati to provide land rights to indigenous people and digitize land related service. So, under this, the Assam has launched the Mission Basundhara 3.0 to provide land rights to the indigenous people. Indigenous people means the people who are the natives of these places. CM also launched the Revenue Department DigiDoc, a digital directory for non-registrable and optional registrable documents. Mission Basundhara 3.0 will be the final phase of the initiative with no plans for Mission Basundhara 4.0. Under this phase, members of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, Adivasi communities, T tribes and Gorkhas will be recognized as the sons of the soil and exempted from proving 3-generation ancestry to obtain land rights. So for this purpose, Assam has launched Mission Basundhara 3.0 to provide land rights to the indigenous people. SBI unveils Innovation Hub at Singapore FinTech Festival. So FinTech Festival is a festival in which particularly all the FinTech companies all over the world are available, and they will provide their technology, their ideas so that they can create an ecosystem of FinTech in the world. So SBI has launched the SBI Innovation Hub at the Singapore FinTech Festival. The hub is in partnership with Epix, a global collaborative platform for financial institutions and fintechs. It provides a dedicated space for global fintech startup and innovators to create next generation financial solutions. This initiative underscores SBI commitment to driving financial innovation and promoting financial inclusion. So please do remember that SBI has unveiled Innovation Hub at Singapore FinTech Festival. RBI designates 10-year sovereign green bonds under FAR for non-resident investments. So, the highest regulatory body of banking in India has expanded the list of government securities available for non-resident investment under the fully accessible route. 10-year sovereign green bonds have been designated as specified securities. These bonds will be issued by the government in the second half of the fiscal year. This move aligns with the increasing global inclusion of Indian government securities in international bond indices. So, do remember that RBI has expanded the list of government securities available for non resident investment under the full accessible route. SEBI allowed MFs to invest in overseas fund with exposure to Indian securities. So 4th of November, SEBI allowed Indian mutual funds to invest overseas MFs or unit trusts that invest in a specific portion of their assets in Indian securities with a cap of 25% of their net assets. This move aims to facilitate ease of investment in overseas MFs, UTs, bringing transparency, enabling MFs to diversify their overseas investment. SEBI directed that MF schemes ensure all investor contribution to an overseas MF UT are combined into a single investment vehicle without any side vehicle. SEBI prohibited any advisory agreement between Indian MFs and the underlying overseas MF to prevent potential conflict of interest. So remember just one thing, that SEBI allowed Indian MFs to invest in overseas funds with exposure to Indian securities. Income disparity in India declines by 74.2% since financial year 14. So, a study by SBI's economic department, EcoWrap, reveals a 74.2% reduction in income disparity in India for individuals earning up to rupees 5 lakh annually. The shares of individuals earning up to rupees 3.5 lakh annually in the income disparity dropped from 31.8% to 12.8%. Lower income groups saw the consistent income growth over the past decade, except in annual year 20 due to the pandemic. Direct tax contribution to total tax revenue rose to 56.7% in AY24, highest in 14 years. The direct tax to GDP ratio reaching 6.64%, the highest since 2000 to 2001. So income disparity in India declines by 74.2% since 2014. President Murmu witnesses naval operations aboard INS Vikrant. So, Honorable President of India Draupadi Murmu embarked on her first visit to Indian Navy ships to sea aboard the indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant on 7th November. So, INS Vikrant, I hope you all know, we currently hold two aircraft carrier. One is the INS Vikrant and another one is INS Vikramaditya. INS Vikrant is the indigenously built. So do not get confused with the first INS Vikrant that was dismantled years ago. During this significant event, she witnessed a series of advanced operational demonstrations. These demonstrations showcase the Indian Navy's combat capabilities and maritime prowess. The visit highlighted the strength and readiness of Indian naval forces. So please remember that recently President Murmu witnesses naval operations aboard INS Vikrant. Indian Military Heritage Festival 2024, a tribute to Indian military legacy. So the second edition of Indian Military Heritage Festival is set to begin on 8th of November 2024. The two-day event is backed by the Ministry of Defense, several esteemed institutions. It aims to bring together global and Indian think tanks, academicians, corporations, and military experts. Discussions will focus on topics related to India's national security, foreign policy, and military heritage. And to add to that, one more thing you can add is 15th of January is dedicated as the Indian Army Day, and 27th of October, please remember that also is dedicated to the Infantry Day. And Indian Military Heritage Festival 2024, a tribute to the Indian military legacy. India begins Purvi Prahar tri-service drill after China disengagement. So recently, India has launched a significant tri-service military exercise, Purvi Prahar, beginning November 8. Exercise aims at strengthening military readiness across the Eastern Front. The 10-day exercise follows the recent disengagement between India and Chinese troops at key frictions point in eastern Ladakh. It underscores India's commitment to enhance defense capabilities. So that has all been done. If we talk about India and the Purvi Prahar tri-services drill after China disengagement was started. If we talk about some other exercises, so recently Tarang Shakti, a multinational exercise of Air Force, was conducted in India. Shakti exercise was conducted between India and France in Meghalaya. If we talk about another exercise, nomadic elephant was recently conducted in Mongolia. Malabar exercise was conducted in Vishakhapatnam in Bay of Bengal recently. Vajra shot, Indian made handheld anti-drone gun with range of 4 kilometers. So this you can see, this is called Vajra shot, innovative handheld anti-drone gun developed by Big Bang Boom Solutions, was showcased at Swalamban 2024 organized by the Indian Navy. So remember, Swalamban 2024 is an event organized by the Indian Navy, and in that event, Vajra shot has been exhibited. Vajra shot can detect and jam drone signals at a distance of up to 4 kilometers and can be paired with a handheld drone detector to create the Vajra super shot. Weighing only 3.5 kilograms, the gun is designed for portability and ease of use, allowing soldiers to carry it comfortably during the missions. Device features software defined capabilities to adapt its interference output frequency, effectively neutralizing both standard and non-standard drones. So do remember Vajra shot, Indian made handheld anti-drone gun. ISA launches World Solar Report series. So recently 101st member has joined ISA, that is International Solar Alliance, that was Nepal, and now ISA has launched the World Solar Report series. Third edition of the World Solar Report series was launched. Seventh assembly of the International Solar Alliance. Series spotlight key areas in the global transition to sustainable energy. This year's release includes 4 reports: the World Solar Market Report, World Investment Report, World Technology Report, Green Hydrogen Readiness Assessment for African countries. These reports highlights the progress and challenges in the solar energy sector. Okay, so International Solar Alliance headquarters is in Gurugram and it was started in 2015. Arjun Irigaisi climbs continues now world second best in chess ratings. So Arjun Irigaisi made the significant leap in chess world by securing world number second spot in live ratings. His victory over Alexis Arana of the Chennai Grandmasters tournament boosted his live rating to 2805.8. This achievement propelled him past both USA Fabiano Caruana and American Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura. Irigaisi rise highlights his growing prominence in the chess community. So another name, Arjun Irigaisi, please remember his name. He climbed to the second spot in the world chess ratings. Zverev triumphs at Paris Masters. So Alexander Zverev, the German tennis star from Hamburg, claimed his second Masters 1000 title of 2024. He achieved a decisive 6-2, 6-2 victory over France Hugo Humbert in the Paris Master Final. This impressive win underscores Zevrev's dominant form on the indoor hard courts. It also propels him past Spain Carlos Alcaraz into the ATP World Number 2 ranking. So some new names are coming into the Tennis Federation now. As we know that Rafael Nadal is going to retire this year. Roger Federer already retired. Novak Djokovic will going to be retired. And now the new names are like this. So Alexander Zverev is from Germany. Carlos Alcaraz is from Spain. And Jannik Sinner is from Italy. So remember these names. They are the names that you will be hearing in the upcoming years in the Grand Slams. 3-year-old Anish chooses Gotham chess over Peppa Pig, scores big. So 3-year-old Anish Sarkar from Kolkata, India is defying expectation with his passion for chess. He has set aside typical toddler favorites like Peppa Pig, Baby Shark for chess idols like International Master Levi Rosman and Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen. Anish has become the world's youngest rated player. He achieved an impressive initial fight rating of 1555. So 3-year-old Anish chooses Gotham Chess. World Radiology Day. So World Radiology Day is celebrated every year on 8th of November to honor the contribution of Röntgen, the German physicist who discovered X-ray in 1895. This discovery revolutionized medical diagnosis and treatments by providing non-invasive ways to see inside the human body. Observing this day recognizes the dedication of radiographers and promote a great understanding of X-ray therapy in patient care. So remember, World Radiology Day 2024 is being observed on particularly 8th of November, to particularly dedicated to the person called Röntgen, who was a German physicist. National Cancer Awareness Day 2024. So recently, the National Cancer Awareness Day is observed annually and on 7th of November. The day is dedicated to increasing awareness about cancer prevention, early detection, and treatment. Since its inception in 2014, this observance has aimed to educate the public on how to prevent and manage cancer. The day also pays homage to Marie Curie, whose work is discovering radioactive elements laid the foundation for radiation therapy. So do remember, National Cancer Awareness Day is being observed on 7th of November. International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of the Environment in War. So United Nations International Day for Prevention the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict is observed annually on 6th of November. The day aims to raise awareness about the consequence of war and conflicts on the environment. So when a war happens, we don't think about the environment and the trees and particularly the ecosystem. So particularly a day is dedicated to create awareness regarding the prevention and exploitation of environment, and that is 6th of November. The UN General Assembly adopted the resolution on 5th November, declaring 6th November as the observance day. First International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict was observed on 6th November 2002. So do remember, 6th of November is dedicated to International Day for Preventing and the Exploitation of the Environment in War. QS Asia Rankings 2025, India's top 10 universities and their growing impact. So recently, the QS Asia Ranking 2025 recently unveiled by Quark Curelli Simons reflects India's significant academic progress on the global scale. With 161 Indian universities included among the 984 ranked institutions across Asia, 6 institutions made it to the top 100. IIT Delhi leads among Indian institutions, achieving 44th place overall in Asia. IIT Bombay ranks at 48th, followed by IIT Madras at 56th, embodying India's commitment to academic excellence. So do remember which particular institute has got the number 1 ranking in Indian category, that is IIT Delhi, and overall if we talk about, so 44th place in Asia. Hurun India Philanthropy List. So recently, the Edelgive Hurun India Philanthropy List reveals inspiring rise in philanthropic contribution across India. Over 200 philanthropists donated nearly 8,783 crore this year. Shiv Nadar, founder of HCL Technologies, continues to be India's most generous philanthropist. So last year he was the one, and again this year also. Nadar has led in donations, contributing 2,153 crore in financial year 24, translating to an average of 5.9 crores per day. So that is the money he has particularly donated, and he has found to be the highest donator in the list of top 10 philanthropists in India. So do remember his name. His name is Shiv Nadar, and he is the owner of HCL Technologies. India ranked 79 among 142 countries in the WJP Rule of Law Index 2024. So on 23rd October, World Justice Project released WJP Rule of Law Index, ranking India at the 79th position among 142 countries with an overall rule of law score of 0.50. The rule of law has declined for the seventh consecutive year in the majority of countries, while 43% of countries surveyed have experienced improvement. So, under this particular thing, do remember that India ranked 79th out of 142 countries in WJB Rule of Law Index. If we talk about some other indices, so India is ranked 39th in Global Innovation Index, 105 in Hunger Index, 82 in Hanley Passport, Environment Index, it is 176. Denmark topped the index with an overall score of 0.90, followed by Norway and Finland. Venezuela ranked at 142 position with the lowest score of 0.26, followed by Cambodia, Afghanistan, Haiti, and Myanmar. S&P Global Market Intelligence, India's GDP growth to at 6.8% in financial year 25 and 6.6 in financial year 26. So after the RBI has declared already 7 to 7.2. S&P now has declared that it would be 6.8% and released in October Global Economic Forecast. India's GDP growth to be 6.8% in the current financial year. Report highlights steady global economic growth driven by policy stimulus with potential risk from geopolitical issues. Moderating inflation and easing monetary policies are key factors steering the global economy towards a soft landing. Report projects a global annual real GDP growth rate of 4.3% of 2024 and 4.4% of for 2025. So do remember that S&P Global Market Intelligence, they have shared that the GDP of India would be 6.8%. Right to privacy, petitioner Justice K.S. Puttaswamy passed away. So recently, Justice K.S. Puttaswamy, former judge of Karnataka High Court and key petitioner in the right to privacy matter, passed away at the age of 98. He became an advocate in 1952, served as a judge in Karnataka High Court in 1977 until his retirement in 1986. Justice Puttaswamy was later appointed as the first vice chairperson of the Central Administrative Tribunal, Bengaluru. In 2012, he moved the Supreme Court against the Aadhaar scheme, leading to recognizing of privacy as a fundamental right in 2017. So do remember his name. His name is K.S. Puttaswamy and he passed away recently. He was a petitioner in the case of right to privacy. What is a petition? So petition is a kind of a thing in which a person can directly move to the court, to the Supreme Court, where he see that any kind of thing that is going irregular and is going against the law. Anil Pradhan honored with Rohini Nayar Prize. So Anil Pradhan has been honored with the prestigious Rohini Nayar Prize. The award recognizes his impactful contribution to the rural development of India. Pradhan is known for his dedication to empowering rural communities. His work has brought positive change and opportunities to underserved areas. So basically, Anil Pradhan has been honored with Rohini Nayar Prize. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar awarded Fiji's highest civilian honor. So recently, Republic of Fiji conferred its highest civilian honor to the famous Guru, that is Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, High Honorary Officer of the Order of Fiji. The award was presented by Fiji's President Ratu William M. Kato-Nivre in recognition of Sri Sri Ravi Shankar dedication to promoting peace and unity worldwide. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is the sixth person to receive this prestigious award globally. During his visit to Fiji, he engaged with the key Fijian leader, including Deputy Prime Minister William Gavoka and UN Resident Coordinator Dirk Wagner. Recently, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, also got the highest civilian honor from Russia. 68th Ballon d'Or, Spain's Rodri and Aitana Bonmati won Men's Women's Ballon d'Or Award. So 68th edition of the Ballon d'Or award ceremony took place on 28th October at the Theatre du Châtelet in Paris, France. Manchester City and Spain midfielder Rodri won the 2024 Men's Ballon d'Or. Barcelona Football Club and Spain midfielder Aitana Bonmati won the Women's Ballon d'Or for the second consecutive year. Aitana Bonmati previously won the award in 2023. So both the players are from Spain. One is Rodri, that is from men's team, and Aitana Bonmati from women's team. They have won the Ballon d'Or award. Remember their name. 37th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting held in Apia, Samoa. So 27th Commonwealth Head of the Government meeting was held in Apia, Samoa from 24th to 26th of October with support from Australia. The theme of CHOGM 2024 was One Resilient Common Future, Transforming Our Common Health, marking the 75th anniversary of the Commonwealth. This was the first CHOGM held in Pacific Island country and first of His Majesty King Charles III as the head of the Commonwealth. The Indian delegation, led by Union Minister Kiran Rijiju, participated in the executive session of CHOGM 2024, where Commonwealth countries adopted their first Ocean Declaration. So do remember, 27th Commonwealth Head of the Government meeting was held in Apia, Samoa. Himanshu Pathak appointed as the Director General Designate of ICRI SET. Governing Board of the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics announced the appointment of Himanshu Pathak as the Director General. Pathak is set to take charge as the Director General in 2025, succeeding Dr. Stamford Blade, the current Director General interim. Dr. Pathak is currently serving as the Secretary of Department of Agriculture, Research and Education, Director General of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. The appointment was announced under all staff event at ICRI SAT headquarters in Hyderabad. So remember three things. Himanshu Pathak is the Director General of ICRI SET. The headquarter of this particular organization is in Hyderabad, Telangana. So let's revise that what we have learned so far in this session. So first of all, Bangladesh Human Rights Commission member resigned amid crisis. Australia to ban social media for children under 16. Mount Levotobi, Laki erupts, ash columns reaches 6,500-meter high. Highlights of the visit of Prime Minister of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, remember his name. India-UAE collaboration in digital payment, trade and J1 card launch. Government reconstitutes CAC to strengthen apprenticeship training and drive industry reforms. RPF MOWCD launched revised SOP for the protection of vulnerable children. Growth in pension days in Manrega. Rajasthan government signs initial agreement with UAE for rupees 3 lakh crore investment in renewable energy. Assam launched Mission Basundhara 3.0 to provide land rights to indigenous people. SBI unveils Innovation Hub at Singapore FinTech Festival. RBI designates 10-year sovereign green bonds under FAR for non-resident investments. SEBI allowed Indian MFs to invest in overseas funds. Income disparity in India declines by 74.2%. President Murmu witnesses naval operations aboard INS Vikrant. Indian Military Heritage Festival 2024 a tribute to India's military legacy. India begins Purvi Prahar tri-service derail after China disengagement. Vajra shot, India made handheld anti-drone gun with range of 4 km. ISA launches World Solar Report Series. Arjun Irigaisi climbs continue now world second best in chess ratings. Zverev triumphs at Paris Masters, securing 2024 title. 3-year-old Anish chooses Gotham Chess over Peppa Pig. World Radiology Day 2024. National Cancer Awareness Day. International Day of Prevention, the Exploration of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict, 6th of November. QS Asia Ranking 2025, India's top 10 universities and their growing impact. The top university in India is IIT Delhi, and in Asia, the rank is 44th. Hurun India Philanthropy List, Shiv Nadar again topped this list. India ranked 79th among 142 countries in WJP Rule of Law Index. Denmark topped. S&P Global Market Intelligence, India's GDP to grow at 6.8%. Right to Privacy, Petitioner Justice K.S. Puttaswamy passed away. Anil Pradhan honored with Rohini Nayar Prize. Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar awarded Fiji highest civilian honor. 68th Ballon d'Or, Spain Rodri, Aitana Bonmati won the Men's Women's Ballon d'Or Award. 27th Commonwealth Head of Government meeting held in Apia, Samoa. Himanshu Pathak appointed as the Director General Designate of ICRI SET. And that's it in this session. I hope you all enjoyed the session really much and you have gained a lot of knowledge. Your notes are updated, and we will meet once again in next session in which we will talk more about some more current affairs. Till then, take care everyone. See you soon. Bye bye.